Alright, I know I said I wasn't going to use this microphone again, but now that I know it works, for some reason I just want to use it more, But so this video is just going to be like a little check-in, I guess I'll say. I had some of my family members come out for a little Friendsgiving yesterday. So that was really cool. We've been really busy, the last 2 weekends, even a few days headed into the weekend last week through today. So check-in. This is just like accountability thing. So I just need to keep making these videos, keep posting. I apologize if somebody's watching this and they're like, gosh dang it, Drew, would you do something cool? The thing is, I am doing stuff that's cool. The fact that I don't have to go punch in somewhere, I can just kind of do what I want to do, just as long as I'm getting the podcast done and everything. I can do that from anywhere. And I can also completely dictate my schedule, There's not a specific time that I have to do anything. It's just whenever I make the time for it, So I don't know if I talked about this in another video, but I went to Topgolf the other night and I started trying to hit it out, hit it over the net in the back. And I finally succeeded. So I've never done that before. And it got me thinking about long drive. It's something that I wanted to do a long time ago. I don't know, 10, 12 years ago probably. I went and bought the old driver at Play It Again Sports, and I just started going to the driving range and just smashing the ball as hard as I could. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to, see how hard I could hit it. I have no idea how far it went. They have the technology now where they have like this contraption that can measure your swing speed and the ball speed and how far it travels and, whatever. I don't know if that's an estimate or what, based on ball spin and everything all together. I don't know. But that's probably something I'm going to start dabbling in, because dabbling in things is fine, totally fine. I do a lot of things, and this is something that I'm coming back to after a while, after years. Another thing that I was trying to do for a while is I was trying to get better at throwing discus. So if you know anything about discus, it's like a track and field event. I did that in high school. Whatever, I'm patting myself on the back, but I just did it when I was a senior. I had never done it before, and I ended up all state throwing discus in high school. And so that's a really cool accomplishment that I like to talk about every once in a while, because it's something that's so far in the past now, and I feel like we tend to beat ourselves up for not accomplishing things that we want to accomplish, and we forget about the things that we actually have. So that was pretty cool. I half-heartedly did it I think I skipped a year in college and tried to do it at, this little college that I was going to. And, the discus gets bigger and heavier, and you got to be a real beast to throw that thing out there. And I'm a larger than normal guy, but I was very skinny and weak then. I never really lifted weights or anything. So, imagine that. I didn't get better at throwing a discus because I wasn't lifting weights and doing the things I was supposed to do. I mean, I did a little bit once I, joined their program or whatever, but I only did that for a season, and, I have a hard time not being good at things and putting the time in necessary to get better. But I was talking to my buddy Steve tonight, and I was just kind of discussing that. I feel like things are different now that I'm older. My mindset's different, because the idea of being pro in anything is pretty much feels like it's out the window. And weirdly, I feel better about that, because there's no pressure. No expectations. It's just doing it for the love of whatever the thing is, and learning new things and experiencing new things and whatever. It's a cool part of life, if you have the time, of course. Not everybody does, but I do. And so I want to be able to take advantage of that, So long drive, going back to long drive. I wanted to do that a long time ago. I ended up cracking the head on that little used Big Bertha, and I just never picked it back up. It's kind of a weird barrier. If it, I talked about before, if I break the momentum, then sometimes that's where it stops. But I'm coming back to it now, and that trip to Topgolf, I think that encouraged me a lot, just because I was able to actually hit it out of the netted area. It was like 10 feet above the top of the net, so it went a pretty good ways. And so since I'm now ADHD hyperfixating on long drive, watching videos and everything, and so I've realized that my swing is it's just me really trying to just brute force it, and that's important. You need to be able to do that, but it's not just about upper body strength and hip drive and stuff. Of course, those are important, but it's also about like a whip. It's like you whip it. It's like a snap, like anyway, yeah, I don't need to know that, but I realized that I need to concentrate less on how far the ball goes and concentrate more on how fast the club head is going. So if I can just concentrate on maximizing that club head speed, then it's going to do what it's going to do, I hesitate to say that this is something that I'm going to try to get better at and maybe check in every once in a while and maybe even like record me out there doing it sometimes. But it's winter now, pretty much, so I don't know how. I haven't researched like how I can actually hit golf balls indoors, so I'll have to figure that out. But I almost bought a club at Played Again tonight, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's not exactly the model I was looking for, and the model that I am looking for I can get on eBay for almost like half the price of the club I was looking at tonight at Played Again. I'm sure I'm overestimating my distance, but just with the ball speed, which was, according to Topgolf, was 171 miles per hour. That was like between 320 and 350 according to various charts that I looked up online. And it depends on conditions and all that, but of course I'm like, I can hit 350, and that's probably not the case. I'm probably hitting 300, 320 maybe. 171 is pretty quick, especially for somebody who has no idea what they're doing. But I was watching a video tonight. There's this guy on YouTube. I think it's called Bubby Golf. If you watch any golf stuff online, you probably know who I'm talking about, but this is the first time I've ever seen him. I was watching a video where he was trying to break 200 miles per hour ball speed, and he did it. He was like hitting nonstop for like 2 hours, and so that's dedication. But he finally got it at the end of the 2 hours. So it just goes to show you that, your body is physically more capable than your mind thinks it is, probably. So I guess, that's something I'm going to have to keep in mind for when I'm out there hitting the balls. But, I think the ultimate goal is to be world champion. That's ridiculous. I'm almost 38 years old. I'm just getting into it at 37. And, what is this? This is November, almost December. So I'm like 37 in 10 months. So almost 38 years old. It's very, very unlikely that I'll be the world champion. But I don't know. I think I'm pretty capable of things. Physically, I've always done okay, with pretty much anything athletic. I am fairly strong. I'm not the strongest by any means. I'm not a strong man, competitor, any kind of shit like that, which I'm not sure that would help you in long drive, because you have to be strong and explosive and athletic, coordinated, and if I was to get too big, that probably would not help me at all, because then my arms are so heavy. I got to swing on my trunk, all that extra weight. I'm sitting at like 250 plus right now, so I'm probably good size for it, I'd imagine. Got long levers. I'm 6'4". I don't know. It's exciting to think about something new, but I need to keep my expectations down, because if I'm not meeting my expectations, then I lose interest, and ADHD folk are almost completely motivated by interest in a thing. So that's something that I've learned about ADHD, and in turn, I've realized that about myself. So that's kind of cool too. Just kind of figuring yourself out a little bit, even though it's taken me 37, almost 38 years. Yeah, I don't know. So this is something I'm going to hopefully put some time into. And the real goal for me is not to be world champion. That would be nice, but I need to set the goals at good enough to qualify for the big competitions, even if I get last place. Because the cool thing is, at those competitions, you get to travel all over the country, and I don't know, maybe other places in the world, I don't know, but at least in this country. And what I saw was that even if you get last place, that could be enough to pay for the trip. So free trips would be cool. Going and swing golf club a few times, that'd be tight. Anyway, so just checking in, talking about something new that I'm going to get into. I've also been doing playing the drums since I think probably it's probably this year that I decided to play drums for the first time. So maybe I'll do a video just playing some drums and talking about that, because man, freelance life, hashtag freelance life, life with a Y, obviously, because it's cooler, trendier. I don't know. I just want to enjoy myself and learn new things and experience new things and have friends and hang out and get work done when I need to and just live, feel good. I'll probably just end it there, because I don't know how long I'm going to keep talking about the same thing. If there's any last things I could talk about? I don't think so. All right, bye.